I guess for the sake of this video, we can try and get a good trade on Subaru. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna take off all saying. Okay, that works. All right. Yo, so something I have figured out is that in the A-list server, in the what's it called, the place where they put like all the charts and stuff, like the tier list, that's not the most accurate at all, because I've went off of it and eventually I started to realize that it wasn't that good. So today I'm going to be ranking, in my opinion, what the top best DPS are. I will be going over every DPS unit. I don't know if there's going to be a part 2 to this video or if I'm going to get it all done in this video. I don't know, but yeah, let's get started. So obviously, the first unit we will be going over is my boy Giorno. I do have Avatar on him with the Glorious Enchant, and his passive, I don't really know if it's good or bad, but in my opinion, he is probably, if not the best, one of the best supports in the game, purely because one, he is easy to obtain in my opinion, and two, he does both really good DPS and he has a really good slow. And I do also have a soul on him which gives him 10% slow duration. And I'm gonna see y'all when he is maxed out. That means he's doing he has about a 43 to 45 million DPS, which is really good in my opinion, saying he is full AoE. He gets full AoE on upgrade 5, and he also has a really good ability, and like I said, a really good range. So I'm going to have to put Giorno at the must get section. And up next, we do have Gear 5 Luffy. Now, with Gear 5 Luffy, he is going to be slightly below Giorno for the pure fact that he is a godly, so he is a lot harder to get. And for his passives, okay, so when he gets stunned, he dodges it and gains a 15% damage buff and a 10% range buff for 30 seconds, and enemies who are below his damage also get slowed and receive more damage taken to them. Now, like I said, Luffy is a godly, so he is going to be a lot lower than Giorno, and he does get full AoE eventually, but he also does lose it. And he gets Exceed Imagination, which gives him 25% damage, 25% range for 30 seconds, but he loses 10% of his damage for 30 seconds, and he does have a very good nuke in my opinion. He is doing 134 mil every 3 seconds with a 103 range, which means he has about a 51 million DPS. Now, if we are moving on to Goku, again, he is a godly, so he will not be placed very high, but he is still good. With Goku, you do have to place him near the enemies for Divine Mastery to actually work, but he is really good in my opinion, probably one of the best, if not the best water unit, but he is a godly, so again, I say it's very hard to get him. He does have really good range. He has a 100 billion damage nuke, which is obviously really good. His circle does thankfully get bigger the more you upgrade him. He does have a 156 damage with a 5-second SPA, which is putting his DPS to about, his DPS is about 3 to 10 mil a second. And next up, we do have Kurumi. Now, Kurumi is going to be probably more next to Giorno because she isn't a godly and she doesn't take a very long time to obtain. She has very good damage. I do have Hex on her, so she is doing 300 mil. She does only have 58 range, but that's not really a bad thing when the unit does have full AoE. She has I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, but this ability allows her to buff units around her own unit, or just her DPS in general, which does get her to around 500 million damage, which is very good. Her time stop does stop the enemies for a minute and 30 seconds, which is also very good. It's basically just a very upgraded version of Gojo's time stop. But I do have glitch on her, so she is doing a lot more damage than she probably is going to for a lot of other people. But I will put her to, I'd say, about close to Giorno, I'd say, because she is, again, really good. And yeah, moving on to the other units. Okay, so the first unit we are going to be starting off with is going to be Ichigo. Now, again, a rule for all the godlies, he is a godly, so he is harder to obtain than the other supports like Gojo or Subaru or, you know, Giorno, but he is still very, very good. He does buff all units in range by 10% and gives them a better crit, which is good, and he does do a lot of damage early on, not early on, later on. I do have Avatar on him, so he is going to be doing a lot more damage than people who don't have Avatar or glitched.
Yeah, no Sherlock.
But we're going to upgrade him and see how much DPS he has. Okay, so we are back. We're going to now upgrade Ichigo. And god, there's so much. Okay, so like I said, he is a godly, so the damage he does is not that surprising, but he does do a lot more damage than some of the other godlies. He is doing currently over 500 mil. Most of the damage that he does, it does come from his Black Flame, so I would very much recommend, if you are going to use him, do have Wukong in your loadout. But besides that, he is really good. Like I said, he has a permanent buff, so he is going to be a little bit higher because buff units do, you know, they help. But I'm gonna place him One thing I also forgot to mention is when Luffy is in the first slot, he does permanently slow the enemies. I know he does something else, but I forgot what that something else is. So yeah. Next up, we have my Go/Joe. We have my boy Gojo. We forgot we are going to have to place him right here because when people walk into his little bubble right here, they do slow down because his infinity. He does get full AoE, I think. Yeah, he gets it taken away. He does do some pretty good damage. He is mainly a DPS unit. He does get Unlimited Void, which stuns all enemies in his range, and then purple. Like I said, he does, I'm pretty sure his unevoled version has a time stop that's better than this. I could be wrong though, but like I said, one reason why I did put Time Goddess above him is because his time stop is really just a stun, and it only does it in his range, and it's only for 14 seconds. And his purple isn't really that good, except for the fact that it does do the entire map. But his damage, we're not really going to worry about that because it's not too high. So anyways, we're going to get on to my boy Jin Mori. So every attack he does summon a clone, which is really good. They do have a self buff. The reason he is going to be put in DPS is because he does have cripple, which makes the enemies take 50% more damage and reduces their movement by 20. And he does have bleed, which does 60 mil on upgrade 4, which is really good. He does not stick to being full AoE the whole time, but his clones do. I'm pretty sure they have half of his damage or 50%. I can't remember, but he does have a total of 5 of them. Like I said, he is put on the support category because he has both bolts and cripple, which is really good in my opinion. And he has, you know, clones, which is obviously going to help him a lot. But anyways, we're going to move on to the next unit. My boy Subaru. I'm gonna be honest, I just got him, but it seems like every 60 seconds reduce his own damage by 50. Oh, okay, but he buffs allies in his range by 35%, so he is a buff unit. I do have Avatar on him. Oh, remove stun from allies in range, maximum of 3 uses per game. I mean, you know, it's all right. He is clear. Grants 300% elemental penetration to all allies and units for. Wow. Okay, so he's really. I mean, you know, he's really good. 2 seconds. Really? 2? Okay. I mean, you know, he's a good support unit, especially this right here. This is mainly what I'm focusing on because this is broken. If you guys were aware, before they heavily patched it, because it did need to be patched. There was a skill tree, and if you and it was the elemental penetration skill tree, and if you had it on Goku Black or you had it on Nidoqueen, they were doing 4 billion per hit, which was very OP. I liked it a lot, but sadly they did have to nerf it, because obviously that is extremely broken, and it would just solo the whole game, depending on if they had elements or they were just neutral, like how the people in the dungeon are. But overall, I'd say he's pretty good, and let's move on. Okay, so my inventory is, well, why did I say inventory, bro? My loadout is mostly back to normal, because we do only have 2 units left, which is Armin and Idol. Now the reason we have a money unit is because Idol does actually boost units in range. Not talking about this, but with her concert ability, I think she buffs damage and range. I could be wrong, but she is a must get regardless, because she is a money unit. Next, we're going to look at Armin. He does have Weekend, which, yeah, I am back. I just got attacked by my dog. Anyways, we're going to upgrade Armin now. And the only thing he has is Weekend, which afflicted enemies have a 15% increased chance to receive a critical hit and receive 10% more critical damage for 8 seconds with a 35-second cooldown. So don't get Armin. Don't get Armin. But like I said here, okay, so her concert, yeah, range and damage. Don't get Armin. Instead, get Sukuna. He has a 35% plus team range. That's cool. Get Sukuna. Out. But anyways, that is going to be it for this video. I'm extremely hot, so I'm going to go do something, and I will see you guys when the update drops. Yo, real quick, if you did manage to make it to the end of the video, first of all, thank you for watching that whole video. Second of all, I will be streaming the event because I am currently sick, so I'm not eligible to really make a video. I know that doesn't make sense at all. I can stream, but I can't edit a video. That is because I'm currently sick. Tomorrow, I will hopefully be better, and hopefully the update will drop tomorrow. But if it ends up dropping tonight, I will be streaming it tonight and helping whoever needs help or a carry. But anyways, that is about it. If you have made it to the very, very end of this video, like and comment your favorite unit in the game, and I'm gonna be gifting at least 3 of y'all a bundle. And then, yeah, so that's about it. See ya.